Hello everybody again. Right, we're back at this Passat, still a non-start. So what I discovered to do today was I done a cam crank sensor correlation, and I'll put it up on the screen. I've got a waveform saved. Now this is the BXE and it looks totally different from the, I'll put it in the video, I can't remember, is it the BDX, but it's exactly the same engine. But what we did, we bought the tools for the cam crank timing, the camshaft timing, and hit checks out OK. So we've established the cam and the crank is OK, although the waveforms look different for another engine. It was BKD I think I done it, it looks different. So what we have established, we've put the scope on the injectors, and the injectors are firing. They're receiving their electrical signal. So when the engine is just ignition on, we're getting 2.4 volts, and that checks out fine with the Verus. And when we crank the car over, we are getting a 15 volt spike. So these injectors are being pulsed, which to me that means that is good. So we then turned attention to fuel, and then you can see there I'm connected into the tandem pump. And when the car is priming, we're reaching half a bar, and when we're cranking, we're getting 1 bar. Now, I think I remember seeing that was a good figure. I know it's when the car's idling, you're getting maybe about 2 bar, and when you rev it up, you're maybe shooting up to 4 bar, 5 bar. But that seems to be good. What else have I tried? The camshaft sensor code keeps coming back. We've disconnected the camshaft sensor and tried running it off the crank. We still receive an RPM signal, but there's no joy. There is absolutely no joy here at all. So the only thing that keeps coming up is the camshaft code, and it keeps referring to the instrument panel. But even when I went in the Delphi scan tool, it said it was good. It said it received all its communication with the ABS, the CAN gateway, so that was good. This thing will start as long as you give it easy start, but apart from that, I do not know where to go with this thing. I mean, I know these are hydraulically operated as well as electrically, but it's receiving the electric signal. To me, it's receiving pressure, and I'm testing it at the right place and at the tandem pump. So I am scratching my head where to go from here. But if anybody's came across this, as I say once again, it'd be much appreciated. Cheers.
Hello everybody again. We're back at this Volkswagen Passat that I showed you in my last video, or the video before, I can't remember. It's been that long since I uploaded stuff. Anyway, so I decided to go back to the car and have another crack at it. So the first thing that I done, I went and took with a picoscope. It was a crank cam correlation. So this is the one off of here, so you can see the top bit. This is, let me see, this is the camshaft, and the bottom trace is the crankshaft. So say we focus on this bit here. So we'll, obviously between that point there and let me see, it disappears out the frame a wee bit. Aye, between that point there and that point there is 360 degrees off the camshaft, and equally it'll be 720 degrees between these 2 points of the crankshaft. So anyway, let's go back. So you can see there, see this is the most distinguishing mark on the camshaft. So between that point there and then that sink notch there, oh dear, look at this, is you can see there's a good few teeth, and I've measured it from that line to that point there. It's saying minus 57 degrees. Now if we go to a good known, and this, I actually got this off a guy on YouTube, he's called Steve, and if you check his channel out called Simply Diagnostics, he tweeted this good waveform to me, and big help in this situation, so it's always good to have friends. So this is a good known waveform, and you can see between that point there, so this is the camshaft, this is the crankshaft, and then back to this sink notch here, I've only got 22 degrees, and that's on a car that goes, that on a car that runs. So you can see the waveforms are totally different. So by my reckoning, I'm 30 degrees out. So what I then decided to do, and you can help me here if you think I'm barking up the wrong tree or whatever. 30 degrees, I thought, well, it cannot be the camshaft that's 30 degrees out, because I'm getting good compressions, and the car runs with, if you use the ether, what do you call it, easy start. So to me, mechanically timing is good, because when I use the pins and I put them in, the car lines up perfect, and I says to you, it actually runs. So I was toiling here, I can tell you, so thinking out of the box. So what I then decided to do was go back to the good car, and what I did here, we've got the crankshaft up the top here, and I put my picoscope to AC volts and just clamped the two things, the two clamps to the battery, and the bottom one is AC cranking volts AC. So you can see when the voltage goes low, that's the piston at top dead centre. So it doesn't really matter what one you're going for here, but the important thing is this is a car that's good. So if we can see, we take for this sync notch here, and we count back, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teeth. 6 teeth back from TDC or forward, whatever you want to say. And it'll be, let me think, it'll be forward. So when we get to TDC, and then the crank goes forward with 6 teeth, and then you get to the sync notch. Now I'll show you actually a picture here of the crankshaft, the seal. Now, this is actually a really good channel. It's let me see, he's on YouTube, the guy. I got it for there, myturbodiesel.com, and he shows you how to replace this seal. But I'll just go back to this image again. So you can see there's where that sync notch is I was showing you. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teeth. So this one's on the gearbox side of things. So this rotates anti-clockwise, where the one at the timing belt goes clockwise. But this, so we're looking at it this way. So that one I showed you, let's go back. So that checks out great. So we're getting TDC, and then we're getting 6 before we get to the funny bit. That is showing there. So it's 6 teeth, and then up to this funny bit in the double notch. So that's good. Now look at the one that comes off this car. There's TDC there, and after that, man, you're well out. I'm so many teeth out, it's unbelievable. You're all the way to there before you get it. So let me see that again. Let's go back to the other one. So you go TDC, then it's 6 teeth, then the notch, and the car will not start the PASSAT. TDC, because battery voltage is low, and we are a rakey teeth out. Unbelievable. So to me, the problem with this car is this seal has either been put on wrongly, or the thing has slipped. So based on that waveform, do you think that I am justified in tearing in, getting the gearbox out and checking that seal? Because I can't think of any other way to go here, unless there's anything I've missed. But as I said, the engine times up mechanically good, and as I say, it does run with using a easy start. So to me, this scope's not telling any lies, and these seals are exactly the same. This crankshaft seal, but this will be fascinating. So if anybody's got any other ideas, you can chip in before I take this gearbox out. No, it's not that it's a job that I want to do, but I think this car has never ran for a year. Now, it was word through a friend of a friend that it was going and then it didn't go, but I've never heard of this thing slipping in my life. I think maybe somebody's put it in wrong, and it's never ran. I'm not sure, but if anybody has come across this, it'd be most helpful. And I think this guy uses a special tool. You can see here in his channel that to put the thing back on. But if anybody's managed to do this DIY, they could tell me how it works anyway. So thanks for all your help. Cheers.